on your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell out before you blow up a plane.
Basha K. Ali!
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, Chrissie, to say I dabbled in stand-up is something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome to the Chrissie Mayr podcast. We've been distracted by a lot of other news in our community that I almost forgot to give you guys the latest on our favorite super mayor, the most corrupt, the woman of the hour, you can't spell Dolton without DEI. Actually, you can spell Dolton without DEI. Well, darn it. Yes, I am. I started late. I was on Super Mayor time. Thank you, Garviel. Garviel? I almost thought that said Garfield, the lovable orange cat from my childhood. I'm here with Mayor critique expert Keanu Thompson. Hello.
Here reporting for duty. Let's talk about Mayor Tiff. Let's dish about Tiff.
Tiff has not slowed down. In fact, she's sped up. And we're gonna break down a couple of new videos about her. One from Fox 32 Chicago, one from NBC Chicago. So mainstream media has gotten their grubby mitts on Tiffany Henyard, and they are not letting go. But before we get into that, this was something I meant to cover 2 weeks ago. This was an interesting new development in Dolton. Dolton board makes new move against scandal-ridden super mayor Tiffany Henyard. The board appointed a mayor pro tempore, which sounds something delicious you would eat at an Asian restaurant, to serve in, but it's not. To serve in place of Henyard should she refuse to execute her duties. So they're already kind of working on a workaround in case shit hits the fan with Tiffany and she's going to get carted off to jail. I assume that's the reason for doing this. So the board members of Dolton appointed a mayor pro tempore on Monday. And by the way, this is 2 weeks old, this article. So I'm just catching up. This is from May 14th.
Tiffany probably loves tempura. So
yeah,
love it.
She probably loves lobster. And she probably makes the taxpayers pay for it every time she goes.
You say this and you say, I'll whisper it to you. I bet she loves fried food.
I bet she loves fried chicken.
No,
I whispered it, so it's fine.
We whispered it. Yeah.
The board, they appointed a mayor pro tempore 2 weeks ago on Monday to serve in place of embattled Mayor Tiffany Henyard should she refuse to execute her duties, Fox 32 Chicago reports. So it's gotten so bad, they've got to assign a backup for her. Trustee Jason House, who you guys are familiar with, who we have mentioned in previous videos, was voted as mayor pro tempore, meaning for the time being at a special meeting could sign off on village business and pay bills in Henyard's absence. Ooh, I wonder if he will treat himself to a Vegas trip. Henyard, the self-described super mayor of Dolton and Thornton Township supervisor, has faced accusations of corruption and has drawn national attention to the small town, which has a population of around 21,500. Dolton residents have called for Henyard's resignation, including booing her at the last village board meeting she attended. I'm sure she gets boos at every meeting at this point, but that hasn't stopped her fabulous. She looks fabulous still. She has a gold microphone, gold
Very
nails,
white teeth, great
very
hair.
white teeth.
I will always get my booze, my booze, my booze, my booze.
Yeah. The
my
hate has
booze.
not affected the upkeep on her baby hairs. Those are in place, looking great. The wig is looking fleek, I might say.
I always have to hand it to her. She really grabs the gusto of life, and she doesn't let the haters get her down, does she?
She does not. She will not. She cannot. The board says Henyard is ignoring important village business and that their move was necessary so that Dolton can function and residents can receive services. They say she has missed 25 of the special meetings and refuses to allow some business to be put on the agenda for the village's regular meetings. And we know this because in our last video about her, we covered some of the businesses and business owners that she has holding a grudge for some reason towards that poor woman at the free food spot, the one that's giving out food. That it's like a store. She's just like, to save people's dignity, this place looks like a fucking store, but we're just trying to give broke people and poor some free food. And Tiffany has it out for that woman for some reason.
Yeah, and it was all very confusing and very sad.
And
So.
she named these other folks that she hates and I guess ignores their businesses for the agendas and
Let
such.
them eat cake. She ignores the outcries of the people.
She ignores the people. Yeah. But you know who is eating cake? Tiffany. She's having plenty of cake. We're really just trying to make sure that if something critical comes up, like jail, there's a signature on a deck that can move it forward, House said, according to the media outlet. I want to know how he really thinks. I want to interview this man. He probably wouldn't be honest with me, but I'll try to get him drunk maybe and see what he thinks. This is not a replacement. This ordinance is strictly, it's not a replacement, but we would like it to be, they said. The ordinance is strictly in the refusal or inability for the mayor to do her duties and an appointed senior trustee to step in and make sure the necessary documents are signed and business moves forward. And now what I love about this article, I still kind of have a soft spot in my heart for Fox. All these pictures of her, and then they mention that she has a stylist.
Yes.
Tiffany Henyard is styled by her fashion consultant. And with her hairstylist, they spelled middle wrong. They spelled middle with 3 D's. Tiffany Henyard in an outfit chosen by her stylist on the left. So she's hired a local gay
who clearly loves leopard print. He
can't get enough of it, and she's gonna wear it. And look, there's some on the those are her necklaces. I thought it was on her collar there.
No, I think it is. It looks like a mock turtleneck underneath what looks to be like a graduation outfit. With a belt around.
This is not a cap and gown. This looks like, I don't know, like a Wesley Snipes inspired frock and hat combo.
And a little mock turtleneck underneath with the animal print, which she and the stylist seem to love. So, all right.
Yeah, she will not show up anywhere looking anything less than 1,000%, which I love about her. She is already
vetoed. When you look good, you feel good. Excuse me.
Exactly.
When you look good, you feel good. That was a rude joke.
And when you feel good, you do good. I mean, not in Tiffany's case, but generally that's how it goes. She has already vetoed the board's request to launch a federal investigation into her alleged misuse of funds. And last week, which was now 3 weeks ago, vetoed their hiring of former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who has been tasked with leading a special investigation into the mayor. So Tiffany said no to that. Not surprisingly, Lightfoot was being paid $400 an hour to gather information on Henyard's alleged spending and financement. Why do we need to hire Lori Lightfoot for $400 an hour when the internet has been doing it for free for weeks, for months now?
Truly, exactly. This is insane.
Lori. What do we need that fucking cross-eyed raccoon for? Come
At
on.
least she seemed mayoral because she was ugly.
Yeah, I guess they need someone mayoral on the case. She's paying $400 an hour, but Henyard said she would not be paid. Henyard has been dubbed the worst mayor in America. Thank God, because it used to be me, guys. And now, thankfully, she's taken the title. By critics after being accused of misdeeds ranging from weaponizing police raids. Whoa. So like swatting people, having people swatted, to spending taxpayer money on luxuries in Las Vegas. Most recently, the scandal-ridden mayor has also come under fire for an alleged the sexual assault by one of her previous assistant was sexually assaulted allegedly by one of her allies during this Vegas trip, where the alleged victim claims to have been fired after speaking out. Also, Henyard's cancer charity is facing scrutiny, so they're getting all the receipts on her. And here is Jason House. This is the guy who was appointed the mayor pro tempore, and this is what you want your mayor to look like: kind of bloated, tired.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm like not even letting you talk, but like this
please,
is how.
Don't let me. I have so many opinions.
This is what you want your mayor to look like: kind of tired, like he looks like he's been crying. He's hasn't slept in months because of fucking Tiffany is just one big liability. He's like, damn it, why wasn't I invited to the Vegas trip? You know,
exactly.
I could have used a margarita or 4.
He looks like he could be a handsome man, but he's not concerned with his appearance because he has a sharp suit, but he has no idea how to smile without making a quadruple chin.
He's grimacing, which is fine because he's stressed out.
And there's some pain behind those eyes with all he's been through. Yeah, that's the kind of mayor we need.
He's as straight as that hairline, you know, just a straight shooter, a tidy suit. And you know what? He didn't need a stylist to put this together.
He had a cleanup on his hair, and he's going to clean up the city.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Last month, the FBI served 2 federal subpoenas as part of an investigation. Henyard herself was not served. Yeah, probably because I could just imagine her like bobbing, weaving, ducking the guy.
Rides away on one of the scooters in her fleet. Yeah,
running away, having her bodyguards intimidate the person trying to serve her papers. I bet.
No.
No. She will not accept these right now. The first one, she's very busy. She's meeting with her gays, her team of gays. The first one was for employment records, personnel files, and disciplinary reports for 25 Dolton employees, including 3 police officers and Keith Freeman, who is the village administrator and Henyard's top aide. And Freeman was the one charged with bankruptcy fraud on Monday. Whew. The second subpoena was served specifically on Freeman, asking for all the records of companies associated with him and the possible ties to the village. So they're getting not just Tiffany, but they are sniffing around on her closest associates. Mm-hmm. In February, it was reported that the FBI was investigating the mayor, and 6 individuals had reportedly spoken to the agency about her alleged misconduct, including the business owners and a former village employee and 1 or more public officials. Fox News Digital requested a comment from Henyard's office, but did not immediately receive a response. But here's more of her fabulous looks. How can you be mad at Tiffany? And honestly, I'm a little mad at this last look here. Like this is a little too much. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Zebra, and we've got a little cheetah over here. She loves a belt. It's a very loud outfit. I don't hate it, but it's definitely it's horrible. I'm trying to be nice, but that's horrible. The rest fine. Yeah.
We can't have 2 animal prints commingling on the same mayor. You can't have a zebra and I guess is that technically jaguar print? I don't know. I'm not gay. I don't know these things.
And then she's got a lovely fur coat, or what have you, like a hair coat on the other in that one, and then bright colors. No real issue with her outfits. She's trying to be the fun mayor, but it's not very fun when you're conning your city. Yeah. That's all.
Right. And here's the thing is, like, had she not been gouging these poor towns of all their taxpayer monies for her various luxuries and trips, you'd be like, wow, she's well dressed, good for her, she's put together. But now you look at her outfits and you go, how much of my fucking taxpayer money went into that lime green jacket? Like, did my taxpayer money pay for the zebra shirt and the leopard bottoms? Great. How much did this all cost me?
It's probably the shoes that are most costly. The tops all look like they're from Rainbow, but
Yeah. Right. She's been seen posing for, I don't know, her billboards or whatever, her various photo shoots. Like she has those Louis Vuitton shoes, which are red on the bottom, which I know are very expensive. And she
yeah,
flashes those puppies all around.
right, exactly. Right. It's very let them eat cake, isn't it? Right. All right, Marie Antoinette, Tiffany Henyard. All right.
She's
all
like a
right.
Shaniqua Antoinette.
Yeah. So basically, right now they're storming the Versailles or wherever she lives.
Mhm.
That the
Dolton.
equivalent of that, Dolton. Dalton, Versailles, Dalton. Same
They're
thing.
the same. And your guys appealed to racial politics amid her scandals before proclaiming during a previous meeting, y'all got false narratives out there and y'all should be ashamed of y'all selves. Y'all are black, and y'all sitting up in here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all selves.
A lot of y'alls there.
Yes.
And you know what? The call-in number from the billboard, they never called me back.
Unbelievable. And you
It's
left a message?
preposterous. Though you can't leave a message. So
Oh,
I don't
that's
know what
right.
the hours are, but it's
They don't want to call anybody back, it seems.
I don't think so.
Fox News Digital reported previously that Henyard has been living like a queen, with a combined salary of nearly $300K, more than the state's governor, and frequent use of beauty vendors, despite the 23,000 residents of the Illinois town having a median income of $24,000. Whew. She's just rubbing it in their face with her good looks, her stylist, her makeup artist, her hair person.
Yeah. Y'all just don't know how to dress. Y'all
Yeah.
don't know what stress I'm going through.
Y'all, I'm black. Y'all don't understand. I'm Mayr.
Y'all, I need all these scooters. Okay? for my posse. So you will pay. And you will like it.
She really was born in the wrong country. She should have been she should have married Prince Harry. You know what I mean? Like I bet she's just trying to have her Meghan Markle moment.
Yes, it's true.
She was like, oh, why can't I be a British royal? The mayor, who insists God chose me and met with President Biden in January, has been said to engage in such wild antics. It is like a real life Parks and Rec situation. Oh God.
Biden met with her. And
I mean,
you're doing a great job.
He said, I love your work, Cardi B. And she was like, that's not me.
It's like the Sarah Silverman joke. He said the most profound thing to me. You're doing a great job, Cardi B. And she's like, yeah, we're all Cardi B, right? He's like, no, I thought you were Cardi B. Wow.
I'm sorry. Are you Lizzo? Did you lose weight?
Wow, Lizzo on Ozempic is wonderful. He's like, you look like
Nicki Minaj?
Oh my God. No, not poor Tiffany, poor town that Tiffany has run into the ground. $24,000 is the median income.
Yeah. And she's sitting pretty on $300K.
Holy moly. Not good. So in summation, she's been served with like, you're a con artist and we're looking into a different mayor here.
Yes, they're lining up. They've lined up Jason House. I would like Jason to usurp her. I'm not sure what usurp means, but I just want him to take over, and I want her to have to give back.
You said it exactly correctly. Yeah.
Okay.
Usurp her role as mayor.
Okay, let's see. Fox 32 Chicago. This is from 5 days ago. They're hot on the case. I love this chick right here. She's got like an amazing figure. I'm obsessed because you have to sit at this desk, which isn't even. It's kind of too low.
It is. You gotta, right. They're trying to show off a little thigh.
At crotch level, if you think about it. Now, like everybody, look at yourselves. If you had a desk at crotch level, and it's like, damn, you really got to be in good shape to be a reporter these days.
Exactly. She looks like she's about to pass away from being so prostrate. But
True. She's probably wearing a waist cincher, but this is the biz. It's showbiz,
she looks
baby.
great. Great color on her. She could be
Mhm.
mayor.
She could be.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight in South Holland, in a room filled with curiosity and concern, Tiffany Henyard addressed her constituents.
The Thornton Township Supervisor and Dolton Mayor invited the community to Township Talk, where she responded to our report about her use of the Township credit card by mentioning travel expenses. Nate Rogers live in South Holland with more.
Oh,
Nate.
This guy's on his cape.
That's right, John and Terrence. Tonight's meeting had a much
Wow.
different.
Well, this guy wants us all to know, like, he works out.
Yeah, look at him. He's like, oh yeah, I've
to-
just been getting so swole. My blazer doesn't exactly button. That's
If he
fine.
sneezes, both of these arms are gonna rip off. Like, this suit is tight. This shirt is tight. Look at it struggling. The buttons are barely holding on. He is like, no. He probably used to be obese, and he's like, I have a glow up, and everyone needs to see.
This is like a version of nightlife, but it's like news life where we comment on all of their outfit choices. Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a cool news reporter.
Yeah, not like those lame reporters.
Yeah.
Tone than what we've experienced previously at Dolton City Council meetings. Now, the room was full of Henyard supporters, and they wanted me to be sure to tell you that they applauded for her several times as she talked about the township being in a great place financially. Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who's also the mayor of Dolton, hosting a township talk tonight. About 30 residents in attendance, Henyard staff talking about upcoming events as well as resources for seniors and struggling families. The majority of the meeting focused on property taxes and finances. Henyard showed residents how their property taxes have increased each year, despite what their local mayors may have suggested. Staffers also distributed a breakdown of the township's finances from 2017 to current, where Henyard's team says years ago they were in a deficit of more than $2 million. And now, today, under her administration,
Which means they had I heard that they had extra money.
Right. And
Before
now
she
they're
came in.
completely
Now they're like
in the lurch. They're like, we've paid so many fucking taxes because of all this nonsense that we're watching you do in plain sight.
Yeah, I wonder if she's trying to like be on good behavior because of all this shit flying around her.
her team says there's a surplus of more than $6 million.
Very appreciative to receive the information today. We have the best mayor ever. I've been here since
This woman's paid off.
It's 1993.
That's her mom.
yeah, it's Mama Henyard.
And she's the best we ever had.
You know, you're doing a lot of programs, good programs for the, the senior citizens, and you're doing a lot of programs for, people who are on a fixed budget. But what about the people, the blue collar people who are still carrying this, this town?
I was very appreciative of the transparency of the supervisor, Tiffany Henyard.
Were there any questions that you have at all?
No.
Where
right
is
now,
all
I'm
my
gonna give her a
money?
chance.
Yeah, where is my check?
Yeah. Why does no one ever answer the phone number on that billboard?
Yeah.
And this meeting comes one day after Fox 32's Dane Placco exposed what some are calling misappropriation of funds after traveling to Washington, D.C. in January for a U.S. conference of mayors. According to credit card records obtained by Fox 32, Henyard paid more than $9,100 for the trip.
Holy cow. For her and Keith Freeman, her little travel buddy.
Oh, wow.
She could be going, but this is insane. Like, this bums me out. Like, me and Keanu, we travel like basically everywhere by ourselves.
Yeah, completely. We need like a cool looking, like nice black gay man to carry our bags and ride a scooter around, and we need scooters as well. Like, why don't we?
Keanu had to beg me like 7 months pregnant not to take my own bag.
And I did it. Of course, I love doing it. You're 7 months pregnant, but I'm like, Chrissy, you're not carrying this up the stairs. We need a manservant.
Yeah,
100%.
we never pay this kind of money for travel. God, it makes me feel sad.
Expenses included conference payments, plane tickets for herself and her assistant, Keith Freeman, hotel rooms, and a rental car. The issue, a Thornton Township credit card was used. Henyard apparently went representing her mayoral seat in Dolton. Her critics say there's a lack of transparency about the bills and credit cards. Tonight, Henyard did not specifically mention Washington, but in her last comments, she did address budgets for travel.
You know we have a budget for travel. I can't stand that they just put all that out there so bad for travel.
A budget for travel. Couldn't she like honestly submit her expenses? Like, hey, I was out of pocket to do this thing or that thing, and then I mean every job I've had where I submit expenses for either like myself or a boss, it's like they pay for the thing and then they submit an expense report and then it's deemed an office expense kind of or not.
She just put it on the town.
Yeah. She's just like, they'll get
That'll be fine. Maybe they won't notice.
Yeah, that's what she's banking on.
And should FOIA other cities, other villages, library boards, park boards, school boards, and you'll see that they all travel. But yet they put all this stuff on travel. And it's all legal. It's all legal. They try to spin it. And it's sad because they are.
I can't stand these stupid subtitles. And I don't know. Wait, up. Oh my God, I did it. I did it.
We did it.
I'm gonna dial it back a little. They were like on her face.
Library boards, park boards, school boards, and you'll see that they all travel. But yet they put all this stuff on travel. And it's all legal. It's all legal. They try to spin it. And it's sad because they are doing a smear campaign.
Yeah, Henyard says that her critics are merely running a smear campaign.
Pause for a second. The town can't even afford a teleprompter for this man because of her. Why is he reading off of his iPhone? They're like, just read it off your iPhone. We don't have a teleprompter for you for the field. Yeah. Or I don't know, maybe what do you bring in the field? Maybe not a teleprompter, but something that couldn't hold an iPad in front of him.
Right.
Why is he reading off of his cell phone?
Because the teleprompter money went into paying for Tiffany Henyard's gold microphone.
Oh, yes. And it had to be real gold, right? Not painted. So that's where it went. Maybe that's why he can't afford new clothes that aren't popping off of him.
Yeah, he's reading off his phone. That's funny. I haven't seen that before on a reporter, but maybe he's just trying to be a good student.
Because her mayoral seat and her supervisor seat are up for re-election next year, the FBI continues to investigate Henyard and her team in Dolton after several reports of misconduct. In South Holland, I'm Nate Rogers, Fox 32.
Yeah, I would tell my cameraman, like, look, I'm about to read off my phone. Could I get a little bit of a tighter shot? You know, wouldn't that be helpful? Keanu's popped off or something. That's what I would think. Be like, look, I'm reading off my phone. Zoom in a little bit so people can't see. But you know what? That doesn't bother me too much.
To Chicago.
Good day. Okay. And we have another
I told
video.
you, this story has.
Whoops. Okay. Actually, we're going to go into that video next. Very exciting. Before I bring that up, I'm going to look at my friends in the chat. Yes, hello, deranged lunatic. The female reporter sitting on the desk is hot. Yes, she is hot. She is hot. She was hot. She will be hot tomorrow. Do you need 8 people to travel with you and pay for their food also? Yeah, no. I'm famous for not expensing things. Yes. I can be black and gay. Can you, Fealty? Can you? I'd like to see you try. Yes, everyone needs a gay travel buddy. Henyard is Hunter's Parmesan hookup. Surplus means they were overtaxed. Oh, wow. So they started out with a surplus, I think, before Henyard. But you know what? Who knows? Maybe she's overtaxing them now, too. I wouldn't put it past her. No, DJ. Yeah, she usually hires a DJ for her meetings. That's funny. Okay. No, I know Kiki had to take a call. I'm going to start this other video. Can you keep up, baby boy? So this is out of NBC Chicago. This woman here, Regina Waldrop, is fired up about Tiff. Okay, she's out for blood. It's great. You love to see it.
I told you, this story has so many twists and turns. Sometimes I am so overwhelmed by just everything that's going on. You know, I told my husband the other day, I said, I want to move to Dolton. I want to move there so I can be right there, because literally.
That goes to show you how fired up this woman is about getting these details. She wants to see Tiffany in jail. She wants the hammer to come down. This gal here was Regina Waldrop, Kiki.
Okay, yes. And who is she? Is she a lawyer? Is she a...
She's a reporter. She's a Chicago reporter. She works for, I think, NBC Chicago. And
she should be mayor.
She's gorgeous. She doesn't need a well, I don't know if she has a stylist, but I think when you work for a news channel, they give you a wardrobe budget.
A wardrobe team. Yes. And she seems eloquent and lovely. Not to say Tiffany isn't eloquent.
She's what my grandmother would refer to as black but nice.
All of our grandmothers were referred to that way.
She would come back from church. She'd be like, Chrissy, I met a friend today. He's black but nice.
My grandma would say, I always liked the black girls that work with me at the bank. We were never prejudiced. That's exactly. All right. Thank you for telling me that, Patsy.
The fact that you're telling me that means that you a little bit were.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't think of it, Patsy, but she was like, I had them over for lunch. I'm like, did your other coworkers not? I'm like, okay, well, yes. This is the kind of the woman that our grandparents would call, yes, the kind of black woman they'd have over for lunch.
Yeah, the kind of black person you wouldn't immediately reach for your wallet just to see if it's still there.
There is a story every day happening in this community, and I don't want to miss anything. Since our last video, so much has happened. We're talking more lawsuits, a grand jury, the subpoenas, the mayor's former assistant speaking out. Where do we begin? Let's start first with this federal grand jury and the subpoenas, which we have copies of thanks to someone very close to this investigation. So let's.
I wonder who that is. I wonder if it's like her stylist is snitching on her.
Maybe one of the scooter riding protection team or what have you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to show you this, by the way. Guess who's back? Whee!
Oh, look at the claw moment.
It's actually a non-alcoholic claw.
How do those taste? I saw those in the grocery store and I was like, this is ridiculous. This is blasphemy. And then I thought, you know what? Actually, fine. That's all right. Yes.
You know, it's strange. It's like you take something which is inherently non-alcoholic, a seltzer, then turn it alcoholic with a White Claw, and now you want to turn the White Claw back into a non-alcoholic. They've tried to reinvent the wheel here.
Does it just taste like seltzer?
Yeah, it just tastes like it does taste like a White Claw. I don't know what's in here to make it claw flavored, because it still has that sort of bad seltzer flavor that we've all known to come and like to love. You know what I mean? What has electrolytes?
Right, purified carbonated water, alcohol, just any, I suppose.
What's
Natural
in the
flavors, so it probably has everything but the alcohol. So it does a purified carbonated water, natural flavors, cane sugar, citric acid, natural mango juice, depending on the kind you have there.
No, this is where it differs. It says electrolytes and then in parentheses sea salt, monopotassium phosphate, sodium citrate, and concentrated peach juice.
Wait, so I don't get the electrolytes in my alcoholic claw?
No, you don't.
So they just replace the alcohol with electrolytes. Basically, that's great for you.
Electrolytes is essentially salt. I mean, you could call salt an electrolyte.
They're like in Pedialyte, like when you're really hungover, that you're supposed to have something with electrolytes in it, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's good for you. It's good for the bean.
Oh God. I sent a picture of drinking one of these claws with I was holding the baby and at the last moment when I took the picture, the baby like swatted the claw out of the way. I was like,
She's like,
"Aw."
he's like, this smells like that woman that's always around shouting.
This smells like my Aunt Kiki.
Smells like Aunt Kiki. All you need is
Yeah.
a cigarette, Mama.
I literally opened this up and he started looking around for you and he said, Kiki?
Kiki? Is she here?
Kiki? Oh, how cute will that be when he can say Kiki?
That'll be an easy one, maybe. Dada, Mama, Kiki. It's sort of the back of the throat.
Bisconti.
Uncle Gigi.
Uncle Bisconti. Oh. What are my plans for that? Maybe.
So many twists and turns. Sometimes I am so overwhelmed by just everything that's going on. You know, I told my husband the other day, I said, I want to move to Dolton. I want to move there so I can be right there because literally there is a story every day happening in this community and I don't want to miss anything. Since our last video, so much has happened. We're talking more lawsuits, a grand jury, the subpoenas, the mayor's former assistant speaking out. Where do we begin?
And this has all
Let's
happened
start first
since we
with this.
talked about her last time as well,
Mhm.
right? She's
Mhm.
been served and she's saying basically nothing was illegal. Nothing, I needed to spend all of that money and I thought it was, and it's legal where I took it from.
She maintains it's all on the level and that if you point it out, you are a hater.
It's all Gucci. Y'all are haters.
Mm-hmm. Y'all.
This federal grand jury and the subpoenas, which we have copies of thanks to someone very close to this investigation. So let's unpack these subpoenas. There's a lot in the subpoenas. So we know that a grand jury has been seated since November. Now, May 20th and May 13th, that's when Dolton's custodian of records was to appear before this special grand jury and bring with them a whole
I love the background music that makes it serious, like beep boop beep beep boop beep.
whole slew of documents for Mayor Tiffany Henyard, Village Administrator Keith Freeman, and also Trustee Andrew Holmes.
So Andrew Holmes is the molester. He's the guy who sexually abused the old assistant.
Oh, right. Okay.
Her ex-assistant basically just like woke up in this guy's hotel room last May in the Vegas trip. And then of all the people to wake up next to, this guy.
I know, my God. Look at those crevices in his forehead and his weird jacket. Jesus.
Not good. Not a looker.
No
as well as several other companies and individuals. And we're talking about financial reports, budgets, accounting records, receipts, also requested reimbursement documents, loans, work schedules, travel records paid for by the municipality, including documents for that infamous trip to Las Vegas, where the mayor's ex-assistant says she was assaulted. Also requested are the mayor's records for her charitable organizations. And these records, again, were to be presented to the grand jury May 20th, May 13th. Now, for that May 13th subpoena, the village custodian of records requests to bring personnel and disciplinary files for almost 30 people, as well as documents related to companies village administrator Keith Freeman is involved with. Now, in April, Keith Freeman was indicted for bankruptcy fraud. The village and the mayor have
bankruptcy fraud. So that's actually a thing that happens. You say you're bankrupt, but you're not. Oh,
Wait,
so you
what?
Get out of paying taxes, I guess.
Yeah, because what sense would that make? Bankruptcy fraud. I'm bankrupt, can't pay anymore, but you're not. And then I guess I don't have to pay my tax. I guess. I mean, you're right. I guess that's the only sense that would make. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
not responded to our request for comments. But we were in court when Keith Freeman made his first appearance with his attorney. Now, Freeman didn't speak to any reporters who were there, but his attorney did.
Like, I just found this white guy.
I found the smallest, most unassuming white man I could possibly find, so he would be afraid of me. And
It's actually his name is Milhouse. He's from The Simpsons. He just grew up, and now he's my lawyer.
Exactly.
And he said Freeman is not stepping down from his position in the village or his position in Thornton Township. So when we talk about grand jury proceedings, what happens during the grand jury? We don't know, because those proceedings are secret. So we don't know right now if the custodian of records brought all those documents as they were supposed to, but a source familiar with this matter tells me that the village has asked for an extension. So let's talk about Fania Dukes. She is the mayor's former assistant, and she claims that on a taxpayer-funded trip to Las Vegas 1 year ago in May, she was assaulted by trustee Andrew Holmes.
Again, like, is he missing teeth?
It's so, and we're supposed to, it's a liberal place, even saying like the Illinois, right? I mean, or at least Chicago, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna believe this poor woman that woke up with this man. We're really not gonna believe it. You're just going to ignore it. That's fucking disgusting. Not just the way he looks. It could have been any man. But Jesus,
this makes it worse.
Christ. Yeah, don't we know by now? Like, this woman's coming out and saying this probably happened. They're just gonna ignore it. That's so fucking corrupt and gross.
You look at his face, you go, that's a non-consensual face right there.
Yes.
Douglas Dauntless says, declare bankruptcy to avoid liability in a lawsuit. Aha. Yes. That guy looked like Gino, says push-ups. Come on.
Oh.
He does not look like Gino.
Which, the lawyer?
Push-ups, everyone in this story is black. What are you talking about?
I know, what are you talking about? The small lawyer? Which one looks like Gino?
He will tell the FBI everything on criminal Tiffany Hitler. Nothing the government does should be a secret. I agree.
Nothing. It should be all out there. Everything.
Yep.
Now, Fania issued a video statement where she says she is a survivor. She talks about what allegedly happened before and after that trip to Vegas. She's also filed a civil lawsuit against Mayr Keanu and trustee Holmes, accusing Holmes of assault and accusing Tiffany Henyard of retaliation. Now, according to...
Which is like totally her MO, because look at how she's retaliated against all those other business owners.
It truly is. She's like, if you guys, if you come at me, y'all are haters. So I'll come back at you. Okay. Well, I'm not a hater. I was assaulted by this swarthy man. Okay. I'm not hating on you. I'm just telling people what happened. And I feel like I should.
Sounds like hater talk to me.
Nah, you're a hater. How dare you? Okay. Well, come on.
Yeah. I'm sure like every time someone tries to bring her a check in a restaurant, she's like, you're a hater. Okay.
What are you, a hater? Waiter?
Waiter.
Waiter.
Why do I have to pay for this? You're a hater.
To the suit after dinner,
I have the town to pay for it. So I'll just put it on.
Oh, right. I just remembered I don't pay for anything at all.
This mayor gig is great.
You guys should try it. Just kidding. You can't, because I made it so that the next person would make 25 grand instead of 300, which is what I make. Just kidding.
Walked the Las Vegas Strip with trustee Holmes. She says she felt disoriented and ultimately blacked out. Now, she says in her words, again in the lawsuit, the last memory she has is waking up in his hotel room. According to the lawsuit, Fania says she was fired shortly after bringing the accusation against Holmes to Mayr Keanu. So in the May 6th village board meeting, well, guess who shows up there? There's a large crowd of people waiting to get into this village board meeting. It starts late, but Fania shows up outside.
A drum.
A drum.
Look at that.
Oh, a lovely snare drum. Why is she just holding it there? Okay.
Is she wearing like a Black Lives Matter sweatshirt?
Well, it looks like a Black Power fist or some what.
But Fania shows up outside. She speaks to the crowd. She says, thank you for supporting me. And she also talked about the foundation that she has started to help support women like her. So we have sent trustee Andrew Holmes repeated requests. I have sent him personal requests via text phone call, emails for any type of statement or response to this. Now, he
Looks like
does
he's
read
not
the
that
text
trusty,
messages. I get
is he?
No,
Mm-mm.
no, definitely not. Yeah. What's the first part of trustee? Trust.
Trust. We've said trustee and
He's got the E part down,
yes.
but no trust.
get the receipts showing that they have been read, but he has not offered any official statement or spoken to me about these allegations. A few weeks ago, we were told that Sam Adam Jr. is his attorney. The office told me no comment when I called and asked for a statement. They said no comment. So that led me to believe that's his attorney. I was told that's his attorney. Call a few weeks ago, right after this, I am told Sam Adam is not representing Andrew Holmes. I said, did his office ever represent Andrew Holmes? I was told Sam Adams does not represent Andrew Holmes. So, of course, Andrew Holmes is a well-known community activist. Crime scenes, he is there, helping grieving families when they need someone the most. When there's been a shooting, a crime, an incident, he's always there. That face, the name, people, a lot of Chicagoans, they know who this man is. The nonprofit he worked for, Chicago Survivors, told me in April in a statement that amid a lawsuit and allegations that Andrew Holmes assaulted a former coworker, he was fired from this organization in April. So what does the Village say about this Vegas trip? In a statement to NBC5, the Village tells us that it conducted a thorough investigation into the allegations led by an independent third-party company. It goes on to say Officer Miles was interviewed and denied knowing nothing about the allegations. It says Ms. Dukes refused to cooperate with the investigation, and this is nothing more than two disgruntled Village employees. Now, neither Fania or Officer Byron Miles has addressed what the Village is saying, but Officer Byron Miles was on that trip. He's also filed a civil lawsuit against Mayr Henyard. He says that he was part of her security detail, and after speaking out about what allegedly happened in Vegas, he was taken off of her detail. But the trust...
Don't y'all know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Y'all are haters. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to make a Sam Adams beard joke. Thank you, Erica. I was trying to get one together, but I couldn't really.
I was searching my brain as well, but
yeah, and then I just gave up. Sam Adams is too busy brewing beer. Deranged lunatic. He assaulted her with a crusty old weapon. What? Oh, you mean like his penis?
Crusty old weapon.
I want to be the mayor now.
Trustees. The Village trustees of Dolton, they say there was never any third-party investigation, which is partly why they hired former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to lead an investigation. Every month, Dolton holds two...
She just has a funny face, that's all.
She does. She has a crazy little raccoon face.
Village board meetings on the first and the third Monday. Every month, this always happens. Tiffany Henyard has missed 25 of those meetings. Where did I get this information?
I love their slam zooms on her when it's really important.
Oh, this is Jason House.
From trustee Jason House. So Dolton trustees have named Jason House as a mayor pro tem to fill in for Tiffany Henyard.
She said pro tem? I've been saying pro tempora the whole time.
Pro tem? Maybe it's a shortened version.
Maybe it's silent.
Shortened version. It's a shortened version of pro tempora.
How was I saying? How is it spelled? I'm going to lose my mind. Pro tempore. Maybe the pore is silent.
Why would they add so many letters? This is a farce. This whole town is a farce. Let it sink into Lake Michigan. This is ridiculous.
Coming soon. Yeah, she's just posed with a fucking construction hat. Like, look, here's me making a new park.
Do you like my yellow blazer?
Brought
Where's the call-in number?
And she's absent from a meeting or otherwise unable to fill her duty.
Oh my God, did we see that building? She went out of her way to slap her face on a sign on a building.
In the event she's absent from a meeting.
Look at this.
She does that with everything.
The Village of Dolton. Congratulations on making history, Tiffany Henyard, for Supervisor. So she made her own congratulations banner and hung it up.
Right. Don't fix the goddamn fucking roof on that place. And the siding. It's a dilapidated building. Looks like there's a gas station right next door. But yeah, let's spend some money on the fucking little banner for yourself. That looks great.
Just patting herself on the back at every turn.
They should put the "Do Not Enter" sign right next to her. You know,
on the door.
on the door. Exactly.
Meeting or otherwise unable to fill her duties. So again, remember, the trustees also voted to hire former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to investigate Henyard and the village's spending.
I mean, look at her face.
I'm sorry. Every time you see a photo of her, you just laugh. Like, why is it like this?
Her hair wants to leave her head. Like, I usually am not a proponent of bangs for anyone, but for Lori Lightfoot, she could use some bangs.
Something is amiss. I don't know what it is, but
yeah. She could borrow Tiffany's stylist.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't think cheetah print would help Lori, but you know, we could try.
But Henyard,
it's veto power. So how dare you think you could come in someone's town?
Tiffany Henyard recently vetoed that hire, saying the village is not going to pay Lightfoot her $400 an hour. So far, there's been no response from Lori Lightfoot about this. She has said it's going to take 60 days to complete her investigation. So now to the lawsuits. There's so many lawsuits. It's hard to keep track. There's so many of them. Some of the recent ones include one filed in federal court by Tyrone Isom Jr. So I talked to Tyrone, and he said he was really looking forward to starting his own business in Dolton.
Tyrone should not be blurring his background like that, because all you want to fixate on is like what's going on in that background.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like, what did you just take 10 minutes, clean your room, Tyrone.
Right, exactly. What's going on? Where are you, Tyrone?
Starting his own business in Dolton. He said he wanted to help young people, and that's why he was doing this. He wanted to open up a barber shop and a tattoo shop. He bought a building for $85,000.
Wow.
He took
That was
all
an
the money he had out of his
$85,000 building.
Yeah, he overpaid.
Yeah, geez Louise.
Savings to do this, to buy this building. It was going to be his dream. He says he remodeled it, did everything he was supposed to do. He claims his application.
Remodeled?
Yeah.
Oh God.
How I would remodel that building is just take a match and then light the whole place on fire.
Level it like whichever floor of the Rio they were going to level.
Yeah.
For a business license were denied with no explanation. He says at one point he was told flat out, the mayor wants this property. So he says he was forced to sell the property, never being able to open up his business. The village has declined to comment on a lawsuit. A police officer.
What would she want the property for? Probably, well, if you remember from one of our previous videos, she took over a skating rink and it's only open for private events, for her private events. So maybe she wanted to do something similar, buy the building and make it like, I don't know, Tiffany Henyard private jerk chicken stand. I don't know.
Jerk chicken stand. Yeah, you never know with Tiffany. Yeah, and just a place to house all of her cheetah print, you know,
right?
Like a offsite closet for her stylist. I have no idea, but Tiffany just she
seems to put all her band of gays somewhere.
A band of gays in their tempora.
Officer, also the latest public employee to file a lawsuit against the village of Dolton and Mayr Henyard. Jeffrey DeVries accuses Henyard of illegally promoting other officers when they didn't pass the tests and they weren't approved by the village. The lawsuit also accuses the mayor and police brass for tallying against him for reporting this and other alleged misconduct by fellow officers to the State Police Standards Oversight Board. So just two of the many lawsuits that have been filed against the mayor and the village. And finally, the law.
That sounds like she either, I don't know, had somebody promoted that maybe didn't deserve it and then of course, that white guy is like, well, now this is a fucking race issue because I'm white. Now I have to hear about it.
And ugly, and yeah. They
And
haven't used
fat.
a nice photo of anyone this entire time, but ugh.
From that represents Dolton in at least 19 lawsuits in Cook County and federal court has withdrawn from the cases due to not being paid. So a village official provided us with a letter that was dated April 24th, and the law firm sent this to the village, and it says, without being paid, we're going to step down from these cases. And that is what's happened. The next few months, I think they're going to be very interesting and very busy. And you know what? I'm going to be right here, trying my best to cover all of this.
I love how there was a little zoom in there.
Get it to
Slam
you.
zoom.
That's my promise.
I love that lady. Oh my God.
I'm obsessed with her.
She's great. Make her
Okay.
mayor.
I'm gonna follow her on Instagram.
I know.
Regina Waldrop.
She really broke that down in a very,
Yeah.
eloquent and
Yeah.
understandable way. Wow.
Smart, stylish.
Tiffany
took it
must be like,
seriously.
hey, she's a hater, that skinny bitch. She's
Yep.
wearing, colors like me. Like
She has a better wig.
wig. She has a better stylist.
Mhm.
Ugh. She must just be so incensed. God.
This is exciting. I feel like, but I want things to happen sooner. I want to see her like going into a paddy wagon,
Put her in a paddy wagon.
Isn't that like a cop car?
Yeah. Is it like a old? Do they
I
still
talk
call
like
a
I'm
cop car a
80.
paddy wagon?
Something happens to you after you give birth where you start talking like an 80-year-old man.
Tiffany, it's us, the police. Come out peacefully. You're going in the paddy wagon.
Do you know I can't wear this shirt without thinking about Stuttering John. This was a shirt I wore when I had the dabbler incident.
Dabble? You
This is
think
my
I
dabble
dabble in comedy? And look what you started, the dabble verse. My God.
I
Wow.
started it and I'll finish it. God damn it.
Yeah, finish it. Stuttering John, come out. We have the
Yeah.
paddy wagon ready.
Right. Every time I wear this shirt, Stuttering John I have to summon him.
Yes, you're under arrest for being so criminally unfunny.
I thought you were say unattractive. That
Nope.
too.
Unattractive is a lesser charge. That as well. But you have to get in the back of the paddy wagon now.
Ooh,
with
shout out
Tiffany.
to R Young, who just a fan. Someone who said I look sexy. You're saying that, but if the camera were to show you what's going on from here down, you might change your tune.
I saw you. I saw your breasts completely nude, and they've never looked better.
They were out. They were feeding a human.
Granted, yes, there was a child suckling at them, but it was fascinating, and your boobs still looked good.
They're always a little sore.
I do have to go because I have to start my show in like 5 minutes.
But as do I. We are doing let's see. Can you start it and I'll send everyone to you, or should we shut this down and then we'll just start another one?
When I start, well, yeah, everybody just go over at 9:15. I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Or should I start it now and they can come? I have Dante Cole, and then I'm gonna cover some of the Aaron and April and Ricada stuff after that later on. So yeah, I'm gonna start a new one. So just Keanu Thompson. Everyone subscribe if you're not subscribed. It's going to be, and Chrissie may pop by a little bit later. But
yes, join us.
Tiffany Henyard. You this has been a fascinating story, and I think justice must be served.
And it will be. Too many people are sniffing on her trail. She said too good for too long.
Get it started. All right, I'll start the stream now. Okay, cool. I'll leave and I'll start it. 1 second, okay?
Okay. All right. I'll keep talking.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy some time while she gets going. Thank you, Frank. Buying some time. Let's see if Tiffany Henyard has any more podcast episodes. Tiffany Henyard mugshot is what comes up when you put it into Google. There can't be a mugshot, could there? Could there be? No. That would be crazy. They haven't taken her in for anything yet. No, it's just all headshots and whatnot. No, there is a mugshot. Oh my goodness. Why is there a mugshot? What did she do? Is this recent? Federal custody. Oh, this is March 15th. Federal custody, according to reports. She was subpoenaed. We know this. Ah, goodness. Oh, she started her stream. Okay, let me make it so that everyone is going to be rating Kiki's stream. Let's get her thing. Kiki, did you guys watch Trump on Tempore? I have to watch it. She is live. Okay, let me get the stream. Sharing the link. Da-da, 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 da-da. Oh, Frank, how do I send everyone to KikiCast? How do I do this? Okay, here is the stream link. Boom, boom, boom. I know Chrissy is canceled, but Blackface would make her Uber canceled. No. No push-ups. You're such a bad influence. All right, we're all going to be rating Keanu Cast stream. See you guys over there. And stay tuned. If there's any more breaking Tiffany Henyard news, you know I'll be there covering it. Love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.